We're sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, they're really sorry they left.
Yeah, I don't think they're that sorry.
Were you inconvenienced? Were you trying to
It's January.
Things are a little bit different than the old days.
Call this meeting of Chestertown Council to order. Please rise for pledge allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Courtney, if we can do the roll call. Councilman Tunn,
Present.
Councilwoman Collins, here. Councilman LaFata,
Present.
Councilwoman Darnell,
Here.
Councilwoman Fisher.
Here.
Very good. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to take a look at the meeting minutes of the December 29th special meeting and also the regular meeting. If so, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve both sets of minutes.
Any discussion or corrections? I have a first. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And consideration of claims.
We received them electronically, and I make a motion that we approve the claims.
I have a first.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, moving along. We've got petitions and public comments from the floor. To begin with, it looks like we've got insurance for 2026, Jim Anton. Please come up to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Jim Anton with Shepherd Insurance. Do we still need the addresses? 155 South Calumet, Chesterton, Indiana.
Perfect.
For the record.
We are the property and casualty agency for the town of Chesterton. Here to provide a summary of the terms for the 1/1/26 through 1/1/27 policy term. And this includes all the property and casualty insurance policies, but specifically the general liability, public officials, errors and omissions, police professional liability, employment practices liability, and employee benefits liability. It also includes the property coverage, which would be the buildings and contents, inland marine or the portable equipment, auto liability, auto physical damage, workers' compensation, excess liability, and a cyber liability policy as well. We did market the account and received declinations from the following carriers: Travelers, Bliss McKnight, Tokyo Marine HCC, Trident, EMC, and Liberty Mutual. Declinations were based primarily on claims experience, especially auto liability and auto physical damage. Overall, this is not the fun part. The town's going to see an increase, and that increase is about 28%. In addition to these increases, the liability lines or the deductibles for the liability lines are going up to $25,000. So on the front end of any claim, the town's going to experience the first $25,000. The market dictates the terms. The auto physical damage deductibles are going up to $2,500 for the comprehensive and the collision coverages. And the auto liability deductible is going to $10,000. So any auto accident that we're responsible for, we're on the hook for the first 10 grand. This is an industry-wide approach. Claims, given the litigious environment facing municipalities, have caught up nationally, forcing this type of action locally. We have had, though, like I said moments ago, some liability claims on the auto side that are just catching up to the town. In addition to that, companies are underwriting with a far more refined microscope than I've ever seen in my 28 years. There are some exposure-based changes, though, as well. And specifically, the property coverage for the buildings and contents are going up about $1.6 million, somewhat to track with inflation, but also with some of the additions we've done. Inland marine values are going up $118,000. Because of fleet switches out, the auto physical damage values are going up $862,000. Net operating expenditures, which is how they calculate the liability premiums, those are up $79,000. And then the number of full-time police officers was increased by one as well. On the positive side, when it comes to the workers' compensation, even though payrolls went up $669,000 across the town, and the mod went up from 0.69 to 0.76, we were able to negotiate with Berkshire Hathaway to move away from IPEP to save about $11,000 on the workers' compensation line. The excess liability maintains its $4 million siloed limit, which means you got $4 million that goes over the liability, public officials, auto, and the employer's liability. And then the cyber liability has its same $2 million limit with its same $10,000 deductible as before. Long and short of it, the total expiring premium is $439,349.50. Then the total renewal premium will be $563,377.13. We can break that out by line, but I thought for the efficiency of time tonight that the totals.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Not to pontificate too much longer, but we are seeing this with other municipalities. So this isn't like punitive to the town of Chesterton.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's not fun for you guys. It's not fun for us. And we just have to maintain loss control measures and try to limit this stuff. And then we remarket the account next year.
Yeah, hopefully we get a better deal next year because if we can reduce our liability for some of these auto issue or vehicle issues, that will help.
Well, and unfortunately, there's one out there from 2024 that was sitting at a reserve of somewhere around $75,000 that in October, I believe it was, that reserve got taken up to $500,000. And when companies reserve stuff, that's the cap they expect to pay. That's a lot of money. In Indiana, an individual's only allowed $700,000 because of the statutory caps.
Yeah.
So if they're going to reserve it at 500, that tells you we have a problem.
Yeah.
So then
Absolutely.
all the other companies see that too,
And they back off or
pretty much.
raise everything up.
So they're watching the
20%.
hot spots
Pretty much.
so they can stay with the trends.
All right. Any questions, council?
No.
No?
No.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay,
Much
thank you.
appreciate it. All right. Next on petitions and public comments from the floor, we have a petition to vacate easement, Chesterton Lodging LLC, Jack Heisey Drive, and Blackwell Lane. Please come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please.
Assad Malik, 900 East Long Lake Road in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. I'm the CEO of Amerilodge Group, representing Chesterton Lodging. Steve Aldridge is our.
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
Hello.
Steve Aldridge, 727 Morningside Drive, Grand Lake, Michigan.
Hi, Jim Schneider, 231 Cherokee, Pontiac, Michigan, 4832,
Thank you.
48341.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome.
Jim's our architect. Steve's our VP of Sales and Marketing. Scott's representing our engineering company.
Okay.
Here in Indiana as well. So we are putting together a 105-room Holiday Inn Express. We have currently, we're the largest owner of Holiday Inn Expresses in the United States, with the ones in LaPorte, Portage, and Michigan City all belonging to our organization as well. And we're looking forward to going forward with this project. We own 4 parcels there, and we're looking at vacating the current easement and relocating it. And we're coming here for that purpose with you. So
Great. All right. I think usually we would.
take it under advisement.
Yeah, we're gonna take it under advisement. Typically, how this works.
Go to
Yeah,
Connor.
kind of
Because this is a petition vacate,
Uh-huh.
you actually have to hold,
public
you
hearing.
actually have to hold a public hearing.
Okay.
And Greg Babcock that reached out to me last week. He asked if the council's of a mind to set it for your first meeting in February, which I believe is the 9th.
I believe that's, I saw in the notes too.
Okay.
So if the council would set this matter for public hearing for the 9th, we'll have everything prepared and proper notice given.
I'll make a motion that we set it for public hearing on February 9th.
You have a
Second.
second?
All those in
Third.
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good, gentlemen. We
Gentlemen.
will set the public hearing for February 9th, and we'll see you back
I have a
then.
question.
Yes,
question.
Jim.
Thank you.
Your developments in Indiana, I know you're a Michigan developer, but what are your developments in Indiana so far?
So we just, well, we have the Holiday Inn Express in LaPorte, Portage, as well as Michigan City. We also have in Plymouth, Indiana, Logansport.
Okay.
We just opened the 105-room Holiday Inn Express in Muncie this year, 2025 as well. We
Lots
have
of places.
Yep, Auburn. We have the Holiday Inn Express in Auburn, Indiana. We just opened last year a True by Hilton in Anderson. Most of our hotels are in Indiana.
Yeah.
And our partnership, actually, more than 50% of our ownership is in Indiana based.
Perfect.
I want to get that on the record.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Alrighty, moving on. We've got the Duneland Chamber for Corkscrew and Brew.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Rachel Campbell, representing the Duneland Chamber, 220 Broadway in Chesterton. Just want to say congrats on this new space. It looks great.
So pretty.
We are here, well, I am here to request that we are able to host our annual Beer Fest this year again, Corkscrew and Brew, on Saturday, March 14th, 2026, 12 to 4 p.m. It'll be in Thomas Centennial Park in the Chamber parking lot. We expect 500, 600 people, around 20 beer and wine vendors, 2 food vendors. We're hoping to have another 40 by 60 foot tent in our parking lot. And we just want the same contract as last year, just with updated dates. Happy to have the 2 police officers as security.
Okay.
That's
With
paid
the-
for by,
It's already
that's a chamber pays for that.
for the police. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connor, has anyone talked to you about updating the contract?
I've been contacted.
We need Connor to get a microphone over here.
I had been contacted about this. And we were discussing it at department heads last week. If we had any other updates that should be made to the contract for this year.
I'm comfortable making a motion to approve the agreement subject to legal's approval. That way we have a draft that's approved by you for those dates, unless there's any conflict with the dates.
It's pretty much a boilerplate, isn't it?
Yeah.
From year to year, so I'll second
Yes.
that motion.
Yes.
And it will go to Park Board. They're meeting tomorrow
Okay.
also.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to approve pending legal
Pending legal and park
and
board
park
approval.
board approval. And we have a second. Any other discussion, questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rachel.
All righty, moving on to reports from officials and department heads. Police.
Good evening, Council. I just wanted to update you on, as you recall, we had 2 senior tenured officers retired effective December 1st, 2025. And we have been doing an application process to fill those 2 vacancies. I'm happy to report to you that one of the officers, Officer Christopher Mans from Michigan City Police Department, started today.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, he had a prior commitment, so he couldn't be here tonight, but that works out so we can introduce them both at the same time.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully at your next council meeting. We have been waiting for the state pension fund to approve our second individual, Tyler Oberholzer, and they approved that late last week. So he is going to start on the 26th.
Okay.
So we'll have those 2 vacancies filled with already experienced certified officers.
That's incredible.
And other than that, unless you have any questions, I have.
I only had one quick question. Was the pool pretty well positive, good candidates?
Yes and no. The pools are smaller than they used to be.
Okay.
Luckily, the pools, we're still getting some quality. But at a time when you used to get 12 to 16 applications, you may be getting 4 or 5.
Well-
And that's nationwide.
I can
Application.
I
A
can
lot
tell,
less people want to become this profession.
I can tell you from history, we never had 12 to 14 people at one time.
Oh, here in Chesterfield.
But since then, we've done some things with the salary and conditions and a new station and so forth. I'm sure that has something to do with drawing people interest here.
Sure.
And we work hard.
It's a great team.
We ask our staff to work hard.
Well, it's an outstanding group of people, and that breeds success.
All right. Anything else, Chief? Okay. Fire.
Good evening, council.
Hello.
On the fire side, everything's kind of quiet. We'll move back in. We're just looking through, if I present some numbers, our yearly totals at the next council meeting. We'll be out, we'll put out social media and that just to kind of let the public know. If everybody's comfortable, I have my first opportunity to spend dinner tonight with tonight's crew and actually sit upstairs and see what it's like on the upstairs.
Excellent.
So, very nice, and things came along pretty good. So the guys are putting some extra work into doing other things to keep spruce up the station a little bit more.
Great.
So other than that, fire's quiet right now.
Very
You
good.
cooking? Were you cooking tonight?
No, I was not.
Awesome. Clerk Treasurer.
Good evening, council. My office has been very busy. We are working on our beginning of the year. We have the wellness points, the gym reimbursements, the Q4 cell phone reimbursements are all in the claims that you approved today. The annual $1,000 HSA contribution was also in the claims, but that will be paid out on Friday. And then unused PTO, department head vacation days will also be paid out on Friday with our payroll. And we've been working on this, obviously. Well, more Matt, but the AV. So it's kind of a learning curve.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for
give me some
doing
patience.
it.
But
You're doing wonderfully.
I feel like I'm patting my head and rubbing my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time. It's a lot to do. Move this, move that. But yeah, it's great.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, street sanitation and central service.
Just a couple of items. We still are picking up leaves today and tomorrow.
I saw them. I'll testify to
Wednesday-
that. They were down my road. I saw them.
Wednesday, we're supposed to get snow, so, and then the bottom's dropping out, so we anticipate wherever we end up tomorrow at 3 o'clock, pretty much, but we've made it through 3/4 of the town, so, and by tomorrow, we're gonna call it like 80%.
That's great.
We have had some breakdowns, but because of a lot of the leaves are frozen and then in chunks and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Rains,
But
then it freezes, and yeah,
we haven't given up. So
appreciate you.
with that, I do have 3 banner requests tonight, and these are all annual requests that we get every year. And the first one is from the Duneland Exchange Club for prevention of child abuse. They typically put theirs up the first half of April. Do you want to do them one by one or just all 3 of them?
Go all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Do all 3.
Okay.
Go for it.
The second one is trash treasure sale that they do each year, and that is the event's on May 1st, so the banner will be up the last 2 weeks of April, so the month of April is
Who's
pretty much
sponsoring that?
taken care of. They don't have it on here. They do it every year, but I'm not sure if that's a Duneland YMCA event.
It should be on there.
Yeah, well, it's got the contact name, but I was looking at that and they don't have the organization, but Tina Raffin, Trash to Treasures, is Quantus? Okay. Yeah, we'll have to make sure that's on there next year. And then the last one is Duneland Education, Duneland Education Foundation, and they are asking for the first 2 weeks of September. The date of their event is 9/13. So as of right now, we don't have any conflicts. We usually get the corkscrew and brew at some point, And the art gallery or the art fair, we still have those
Yeah,
wait to come in, but
sure.
so far these three are what we have tonight.
Motion to approve those three banner requests.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Engineering.
Good evening, council.
Hello.
Update on the Westchester Liberty Trail. The project's all completed. Lockmuller is going through the final closeout of the project. There was an overrun on change orders due to the soft soils issues that we had on that project. The total was $221,228.23. So typically, you hopefully work with NDOT and NERC and get that covered. Luckily, Mr. Tunn made some phone calls and visit. I made some calls. And NERC, thankfully, they found additional funds, which we
Nice.
really appreciate, and they're going to cover 80% of it.
Wow.
So in the end, we will be responsible for $66,416.
Not bad.
So
Yeah.
Nice
Thanks,
work, Jim.
Thank you, Mark.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Much
we
appreciated.
appreciate NERC coming up for us.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
helps to have a little bit of knowledge on who to talk to,
Mhm.
because it's a big organization. But if you've been around for the ages, you need to know which buttons. You know which buttons to push. I'm very thankful because they are beginning to look at overruns, not qualifying for the original 80-20.
Yeah.
That was the problem we ran into because the overruns, they didn't want to pay the 80%. But because it's past practice, there was a good argument there to
Yeah, and
at
the
least
project
finish
had
the
issues.
year
Yeah,
off.
it was
and get-
legitimate issues with the project. That,
Yeah.
wasn't,
Yeah.
You
we
really
didn't add
felt
Had to be
it
done.
had to
Yeah.
be done.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then the EVP project is the emergency vehicle preemption is still moving forward for a February letting. There's still consultants still submitting some paperwork, and we're working with NDOT on that final stuff.
And what's the percentage on that?
That's 90-10. So
it's 10% to us.
yes, and that's about roughly
That's another
total
Nancy.
with the construction estimate and the construction inspection. It's just right around 1,100,000.
They're expensive.
They're pretty expensive. So
Yeah.
we'll a little over 100 and some thousand, but
Yeah.
we're trying to finish the MOU with Porter,
Okay.
Liberty Township, and Portage Township.
Okay.
So the
Those
four
three
of
are
us,
still out.
correct. I'm still working to get the MOU to them. They're waiting
Okay.
on me.
Great.
Rolling right into building.
Mhm.
Just give you a yearly update. We issued 1,281 permits last year. Brought in approximately $346,499 to the general fund. A couple highlights. We had 58 new single families for $133,861. 402 repairs to single family homes. That brought in $115,664. We had 57 remodels to single family. That was $8,251. We had 194 electrical permits for $19,451. We had 145 plumbing permits for $18,055. 34 commercial repairs for $17,826. And then 25 commercial remodels for $10,549. And then we had numerous sheds, pools and stuff like that. So I just wanted to provide that to you, and we'll start the new year with our new fees going into effect in March.
Great.
But we're already getting permits are coming through the door already.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's good.
and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. All right, Park.
He's not available today.
Okay. Attorney.
I think you're caught up on everything I'm working on for this moment.
Very good, thank you. Utilities.
Lots going on still, but really only one item of note, and that is if you're out in the Sand Creek area, our Hogan lift station is currently under construction. I'm rebuilding that station this year, so you may see a lot of activity out there. Really, that's the highlight.
Good to know.
Really,
Okay.
Sean wants to jump back in line here for another item, if you don't mind, after
Was that lift station the
Denied.
one on Porter?
Hogan Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thank you, Dave.
you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, council. I did forget, smoke detector ordinance. Landlords are to have smoke detector forms filled out, and they can be picked up at the Chester Fire Department, or you can get them online on the town website, and they can be emailed in. but all landlords, it's an ordinance, need to have their smoke detector forms filled out for any rental properties in the town of Chesterton.
Is there a deadline on that? By when?
Usually we like to have them in by the end of January at the latest.
So now,
Yes.
essentially.
Do it now.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Sean.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Economic development.
I have a brief update. I did discuss the comprehensive plan with Structure Point about 2 weeks ago. They were working on maps and supposed to be sending you guys some large versions. Were those received? No. So the update is that our maps are outstanding. We have a check-in call scheduled on Friday, so we'll work,
Find
through
out,
those
yeah.
issues and make sure that we have maps.
We do have a land use meeting, I believe, on the 29th or something like that in the end of January that we're going to meet with them, I know.
Yeah, we're going to do that as well. And then I just had one other comment. I know I'm a little bit behind because we had the flu and weren't here last week, but I did want to say that we attended the Small Business Saturday downtown on December 20th, and it was an amazing event. I was really proud. I thought the business owners did a great job. It was very organized. Kevin, thank you for your support of that. They had a great turnout, and as I visited different businesses, they were very thankful for the town's support. So I want to thank the council, thank Kevin, and also thank the community for supporting that event. I think it was a great event. And that's all I got.
Very good. Very good. All right. Moving right along. Public hearings, bid openings, and remonstrances. I see none. Ordinances and or resolutions. We've got resolution 2026-01 authorizing PILT or ROI from the Chesterton Utility.
Yes, you have resolution 2026-01, a resolution of the Chesterton Town Council authorizing a payment in lieu of taxes and a payment representing a reasonable return on plant property from the Chesterton Sewage Works. Before you on first and only reading, and there's a companion resolution that's been prepared for the utility board.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-01.
Second.
I have a first and I have a second and a third.
Yeah.
Any discussion, questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Resolution passes. Communications.
Yes, I received, I know there is one.
You did?
I know. I thought you guys would be excited.
It's like my first time in 2 years.
I received an email today from Porter County Elections. They are requesting use of our community room for early voting, and that would take place April 7th through May 4th. And then they'd like to use it May 5th for the actual primary election. And there is an agreement with it, so I would like a motion if we're okay with that.
So moved.
Yeah, I think that I don't have a problem with them using the community room as long as the room stays the way it is, and nothing. The cameras are there; that'll all remain the same. But as long as they are fine with that, then we do have a motion.
Yep.
To approve. I have a first. Do I have a second?
I have a question. You said there's an agreement along with that. Is that a contractual agreement?
I haven't seen this year's yet, but I'm certain it matches what they've sent before. I'd be happy to review it if you want me to.
Thank you, Connor. If you could just review it, I would ask the motion be subject to legal approval just in case there's anything.
Of course. So
They don't have an issue with the cameras that are up and not being disabled or anything because everything is to remain on.
We'll verify with them.
We'll verify. This was just their initial reach out, so.
Okay.
Yeah, just want to make sure that
Because we aren't going to reorganize or redo the room now.
Right.
The room is set as it is. They have to work around our configuration.
I'll amend the motion.
Okay.
Thank you. Then I'll second.
Okay, very good. We have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty, moving on. Old business, town hall /fire remodel.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'll go first. I'll go first, and then Matt will give you detail.
Very good.
I wasn't at your first meeting in this room, but congratulations on coming home.
Yay.
The Town Hall Fire and Station Remodeling Project has been a challenging project due to a lot of unknowns and nuances of these old buildings. This project would have been a success without all of Matt's constant attention to this project. He was down here every day as the owner's rep checking on the progress. He has done a yeoman's amount of work and caught many items before they could become an issue, and provided on-site direction to the contractor when problems arose. All the contractors knew Matt on a first-name basis, and they knew when he asked them a question as to why they were doing it that way, they better go check the plans and addendums.
Good.
Remodeling projects can have a lot of change orders, and Matt's knowledge of this project and his diligence in the details allowed him to negotiate and track the change orders and keep this project under a 5% for a change order cost. Then we brought Alex Vogt on board, folded him into the project, and he has been heavily involved with all the final project details like the fixtures, furnishings, and equipment, and this robust AV system, which is beyond my skill set. He spent a lot of time reviewing the contractor's product submittals to make sure we are getting what we specified. He and Matt have spent considerable time dealing with the AV system, the access controls, and electronic controls. Alex has been an asset to the team on this project and provided Matt an additional set of hands and eyes when issues arose. I just want to make sure you guys knew how important they were to making this a successful project, and I personally have appreciated all their help. I probably would have had a stroke if they weren't.
Yes.
But they've done everything that you could ask for. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Mark.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Alex.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw
Appreciate it.
firsthand all the work, and
Yes.
Mark, you as well. I mean, what a great, amazing team we have
Outstanding work.
sitting over on that right side of the
Yeah.
room. So we appreciate all you guys. But yeah, Matt, Alex, well done, well done.
Thank you.
We always say we want to be, on time and under budget, and that really is hard to do. But you guys have consistently done that for us because you are a great team. You're very on top of things. I can say that I've talked to Matt at 9:00 at night when he's just getting back in, getting paint, swatches or whatever swatches for this building, and had many conversations when you're on the work site. And the technology stuff is so far above my head. I need people who know how to do those things. So I really appreciate all your time and your talent and your skill. You've done great things for the town, and it's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Excellent
Oh,
work, guys.
Mark, too.
Yeah, that's good.
Top
So-
job.
Mark surprised me with that. I didn't have time to write anything down, but if you don't mind, I'll shine on Mark for a little bit. So thank you, Mark. And a couple of things that I want to highlight. Number one, the Tilden building. Mark came in handy with that. That was a great relationship that you previously had that came in handy as an asset for the team because it allowed the fire department to move out completely, and we had full access to both the fire department and the town hall side. And so that was a key strategic element. But then also, I mean, Mark's mentioning us a lot, but he was also at a lot of these meetings and provided, anytime that we had questions, the three of us would get together and brainstorm and usually go through like a circle and then a circle and then, come back around and then maybe sleep on it and then think about it again. And you needed that because there are little details like the height of the dais and just all of these little things that come together that make this room work, and serve the public. And so I want to thank you for that, Mark.
You guys did everything.
You guys did great.
Yeah,
I'm
we
very
definitely-
thankful,
we get-
and it's beautiful.
It's great. Definitely works, and kudos to all three of you.
Thank you.
Top
And-
work.
And then I'll jump into the rest of the town hall
Very
remodel.
good.
Okay, so we're moving forward towards final completion. That's in 2 weeks. And we're working through the punch list items. We still have some signage that needs to be installed. That is happening. I'm told Friday, definitely next week. And we still have some AV elements. As you can see, we have some mics missing. And these mics are actually temporary. So the ones that will have the staff table will be the ones that are Mark's height, and they're great because they bring you a little bit closer, and they're not in your way so much. So we're working through that, and then we're looking forward to the ribbon cutting.
Yes, that's going to be amazing. speaking of the ribbon cutting, obviously I invite everybody, to the public and everybody with the town, I hope will come by. January 26th at 5 o'clock is when we're going to start it. It'll be a self-guided tour from 5 until 5:45, kind of an open house style. There'll be appetizers and drinks. And then at 5:45, we will start the ceremony in the chambers. And I'm really excited. I'm excited for the community to see everything and to do a walkthrough because it's such an incredible space. So very much looking forward to that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
True.
All right. Waiver of town standards, Stephen and Tamara Moore, 146 Memory Lane.
Well, we've gotten a letter from the department heads, and looking through it, it's clear that they were aware of the town standards and chose not to build to them. So I'm of the mind to make a motion that we do not approve the waiver of town standards.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a first and a second discussion. I would say, I looked through and I read the comments, but also that the permit was turned in and then it was given back because the width of the driveway they had was marked as 30 feet. They were told specifically that it was not in the town standards and it would need to be 25 feet. And they signed that stating that they understood that.
Separate from everything else, too. There's a little
correct
piece in there. So it's not like it was buried in.
Yeah, that was their builder. The builder signs it.
The builder is the signer. And so, it's unfortunate for the owners that this happened. But the builder then also built it not even to 30 feet, but to 33.9, which is essentially 34 feet basically. And so, I think that builder needs to make it right personally. But, all right, we have a first, we have a second. Any other discussion?
No, it was a clear discussion when they were here. I thought I understood, and then it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah. Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, very good. That is done. New business and or updates. Renewal of legal services agreement. We had a contract with legal services and we need to renew that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do just have a comment. I wanted to say, Connor, this was your first year taking the lead as town attorney. It's been a pleasure to work with you. Through this year, we have seen you come into leadership and you have done a great job and restored and built trust and confidence in your practice. And I am very much in support of renewing your contract. And thank you personally for all of your guidance and help and support for the council this year.
I concur.
Very good. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. Look forward to a great 2026.
Very good. Thanks,
Awesome.
Connor. All right. Comments from the board. Ms. Fisher.
It's a new year, so I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you because we have an excellent team. This was my first meeting in this new building, town hall, and it's quite extraordinary. I just want to thank you guys all for your work and wish everyone a great 2026.
Very good. Mr. Tom.
I just like to second Jennifer's comments that this really raises the professional level of this body immensely. And I think it will go a long way to fostering economic development in this town. When people come in here and they want to make an offer to expand and do economic development, they come into this setting. They know that there's somebody here that knows what they're doing and they mean business. So that, I think, works in concert for all our benefits.
Agreed. Agreed. Thank you, Mr. Lopata.
Nothing to add.
Ms. Starno.
Nothing.
All right. Well, before we adjourn this evening, I do want to just take a moment to speak I don't know where the camera's at, but to speak
Where is the
to
camera? I don't know either.
our community. Recent events have brought forward difficult but important conversations about racism and harm caused by hateful language, particularly when it impacts our children. I want to be clear that I will not address any specific incident, especially when minors are involved. But it is important that we speak to our shared values. Northwest Indiana has a history that we must acknowledge, and there are parts of that history that caused harm and exclusion, and those effects do not simply disappear on their own. Recognizing that reality is not about assigning blame. It is about taking responsibility for the future that we are all building together. There is no place for racism, hate speech, or threats in our community, and especially not in spaces that are meant to be safe for children. Words matter, and when harmful behavior is minimized or left unchallenged, it grows. When it is addressed with clarity, accountability, and care, change becomes possible. This is a moment that calls on all of us, parents, educators, neighbors, and leaders, to talk with our children about what racism is, why it is wrong, and what they can do if they witness it or experience it. Teaching empathy, respect, and courage at home and in our schools is how we strengthen our community. Being a community means that we protect one another. It means speaking up when something is not right, and it means choosing kindness and accountability over silence. Chesterton is capable of better, and I believe that we will continue to do better when we stand together, when we look out for one another, and we make it clear that hate has no place here. And with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful 2026 and we can do better. I will entertain a motion.
You have it.
But first, do I have a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Adjourned.